Hello guys, welcome to this video today. I'm going to tell you on how to play Tingyun with this complete Tingyun guide. Tingyun is a 4-star lightning harmony unit that buffs a single ally with a huge attack buff for 3 turns. She can also generate energy to a single ally with her ultimate. After watching this video, we can go from dying in every single battle to effectively using her HP threshold every single battle. With that being said, let's get into it. Alright, starting with the stats. She has the lowest base HP in the game, which is 846. She has the 4th lowest base attack in the game, which is 529. She has the 7th lowest base defense in the game, which is 396. And she has the 2nd highest speed in the game, which is 112. Her aggro value is 100 because she's a harmony character. No, she does not have 1000 aggro value just because she kept on dying every single battle. It's because he didn't raise her character, light cone, and relics level. Now let's start with her basic attack. It's a bit special, but let's look at her other ability first. Her skill grants a single ally with benediction to increase their attack by a huge amount, up to a certain threshold of Tingyun's current attack. When the ally with benediction attacks, they will deal additional lightning damage equal to a decent amount of that ally's attack for 1 time. Benediction lasts for 3 turns and is only effective on the most recent receiver of Tingyun's skill. So remember that, you cannot cast this skill to every single ally in the field. Only the most recent buffed unit will get it. If you buff a unit while another unit still has the buff on, the unit with the buff on will expire. Next, we have Tingyun's ultimate. Regenerates 50 energy for a single ally and increases the target's damage by a huge amount for 2 turns. You should always use her ult first and then skill to get energy. Remember, her skill generates energy. Don't use her skill before you use her ult unless that you already buffed an ally. Then you still need to use her ult first and then basic attack, not vice versa. Moving on, we have her talent. So how does this work? When an enemy is attacked by Tingyun, the ally with benediction immediately deals additional lightning damage equal to 30% to 75% of that ally's attack to the same enemy. It is the one where you see a second damage pop out on the screen. This is affected by the buffed character lightning damage bonus. Lastly, her technique is simple. She immediately regenerates 50 energy upon using it. So the basic info is done about her. Now let's talk about her traces and priority for the traces. The first major trace is Nourish Joviality. It is unlocked after Ascension 2. Tingyun's speed increases by 20% for 1 turn after using this skill. Speed tuning enjoyer, don't forget to calculate this into your sheet. Now for the next major trace is Nell's Subdual. It is unlocked after Ascension 4. It increases basic attack damage by 40%. Very simple. Her last major trace is Jubilant Passage. Tingyun immediately regenerates 5 energy at the start of her turn. Again, all of her Ascension traces are very simple. I can even teach 4th grade in elementary school for this stuff. For traces priority, you want to level her skill first, then her ultimate. After that, you want to level her talent, and lastly, the basic attack. Make sure that you level all of her minor traces and don't just leave it. It's a good stats to increase offensive and defensive capability. For light cone option, I'm going to rank this from best to worst. The best you can use is The Battle Isn't Over or Bronya's signature light cone. You can get this from the shop exchange or standard banner. It has a high base stat. It gives you a nice amount of energy regeneration while also regenerates 1 skill point when you use your ultimate on an ally. The effect can be triggered after every 2 uses of the wearer's ultimate. So it's like first ult gain skill point, second no skill point, and then third one gain skill point. And after you use your skill, the next ally taking action, except yourself, deals 30% more damage for 1 turn. This is not very good unless you're doing some speed tuning where your DPS comes after your skill. But I'm guessing most of you guys are still Unga Bunga, and Silver was the one who takes turns after Tingyun uses her skill. Why do I rank this first? Just because the amount of energy regeneration and SP is already good enough for this to be the best. Not only that, it also gives you a good amount of raw stats. Next, we have the Carve the Moon with the Clouds. You can get this from the Battle Pass, but I do not recommend it because it's expensive. You can just buy a gym membership instead, that's better for your health. So what does it actually do? At the start of Tingyun's turn, it either increases all allies' attack or crit damage or their energy regeneration rate. Also, you can see Tingyun on this light cone. Our third best option is Dance, Dance, Dance. It's a very simple one. All allies' actions are advanced forward by a certain amount. Unless you're good at speed tuning, you might not even feel the difference after its first use. Our fourth best option is Planetary Rendezvous. If your team has Jingyun, Bailu, and Silver Wolf, you definitely want to use this because it increases their damage dealt by a good amount. Before going to the last option, I want to say for those who are screaming at their screen saying where's the meshing cogs and memories, both of them are good options if you don't have any of the aforementioned light cones. I think cogs at Superimposed 5 is better than memories at Superimposed 1. Memories is better at the same superimposition of cogs. If you don't have Dance Dance Dance, go cogs. If you don't have Bronya's signature light cone, go cogs. If you don't have the Battle Pass one, go cogs. If you're not using the Mono Lightning team, go cogs. If you're neglecting self-care and avoiding self-improvement by playing gacha games late at night, which in turn disappoints your parents and family, go cogs. So for our last options are past and future and course, just go cogs. There's also meditation. Only use this though if you're a whale and want to go for 1 cycle clears in Memory of Chaos because it only increases speed for all allies by a certain amount for 1 turn. Now let's talk about her Relics options. For Relics, the best option is a 4-piece Eagle Twilight because every time you cast the ultimate, you will get advanced forward by 25%. This is great because you can basically get 1 free turn after you cast her ultimate 4 times. If you're not farming for Relic sets yet, you can use her 4-piece Musketeer set. It's very great on her because it gives her a decent amount of attack and speed boost. And for the ornaments, generally speaking, the Fleet of the Ageless is the best for your support characters. It increases your max HP by 12% so that she won't die, and when you have equal or more than 120 speed, all allies' attack increases by 8%. Other than that, Space Sealing Station is a good option because it increases your attack by 24% when you have equal or more than 120 speed. You can also use Sprightly Von Whack. It increases your energy recharge rate by 5%, and when your SPD reaches 120 or higher, your action is advanced forward by 40% immediately upon entering battle. For Relics and Ornaments main stat, you always want attack on the body, SPD on the feet, attack on the sphere, and energy regeneration on the rope. For her substat, you want to prioritize speed and attack. Other than those two, it can be flat attack, HP percent, and effect resistance. Now, let's talk about Tingyun's energy economy stuff. I know a lot of you guys are confused on what is even going on the screen, except Edison, even if he watches this guy, but this explains how many ult you get to do in 15 turns. I'll erase some unrealistic stuff in the meantime. Alright, so do you have a clear understanding now? This calculation assumes you're not getting hit, so you might get more energy in real battle. If you do want to get more ult, it's better to go all into energy regeneration stuff, like going mesh cogs with Von Quackset. You always want to use energy regeneration rope on her and make sure it's level 15. You can use other light cones and ornaments like Dance 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 with Fleet of Ageless. For Eidolons, all of them are very great. Like, I cannot even tell a single Eidolons of hers which is not great. E1 gives an ally 20% speed increase after they use their ultimate while under benediction buff. E2 gives an ally 5 energy after defeating an enemy while under benediction buff. This effect can only trigger once per turn though. E3 and E5 just enhances all of her ability levels. E4 increases the damage multiplier provided by benediction by 20%. And finally, E6 makes her ultimate gives more energy. If you can't pull for any of her Eidolons, I think it's fine, but if you did get any, it's great. For team comp option, she can literally fit into any team in the game. I mean, just put Tingyun with any DPS. Her best teammate is probably with Tingyun, but even without him, you can still use him with someone like Dan Hong, Sila, Clara, or even Soshang. That's it. Thank you for watching this video today, guys. Peace.